Hey guys, check this out. You don't see a perfectly preserved specimen like this every day. It's an original Stanley Handyman clamp-on mini vise. The jaws are only around 2.5 inches wide. And the best part, take a look at this. The original decal is still intact. That is super rare. Those decals were always inevitably ripped off and lost at some point, but this one still has it. It's in original, unmolested condition. And looky here, made in USA. Plus we got a couple patent numbers that I can nerd out to. This vise was invented by a Austin Stowell back in 1932, so it's actually older than I thought it was. The cool part is this spring-loaded pin here for the swivel mech. We'll go ahead and get this vise mounted so I can show you. I tried to dig up some more info on the inventor, Austin Stowell, but unfortunately he has the same name as some modern actor guy, so it was hard to find anything on him at all. Apparently he worked for Stanley and had around 40 inventions, spanning from as early as 1926 all the way up to 1963, so he spent around 37 years working for Stanley, inventing various tools. Alright, that's looking good. We do have quite a bit of play going on here, but most of the play is coming from the swivel base. There is some play in the jaws, but most of it is from the base. However, when I tighten this thumb screw here, that locks it down. Much less play now. To get it to swivel, we just unscrew it and pull up on the pin. And now I can swivel the vise over to the next position. There's holes in the base plate that the pin drops into, 4 possible positions total. Pretty nifty. And tools back then actually had some style. The two-tone paint scheme, those little raised steps in the casting, that's design, class, form along with function. You'll never see anything like this being produced today. Those raised steps would add an extra 0.04 cents to the manufacturing cost. And they even put a tiny little anvil on the back. Cute. I also noticed on the nose here there's some Stanley Handyman branding, as well as a model number. Even the little nubbins on the end of the handle, these aren't just pressed on plastic, they're metal and they spin. It looks like they're peened on, so they must have stuck the nubbin on and then smooshed the ends of the handle to retain it. You can also see the original machining marks left over on the nubbins. Some guy's job in 1934 was to sit at a lathe and turn those nubbins out. He was probably smoking a cigarette while doing it, no safety goggles, sitting on a 3-legged stool. That's what I love about these old tools. There's probably dozens of untold stories that this vise could tell that have been lost to time. I'm not even going to attempt to restore this guy. Just clean a little bit of the dust off of it and call it a day. It's perfect just the way it is. Yeah, this guy's definitely a keeper. I think I'm going to put him in my laundry room. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure you're subscribed for more vintage tools. See you later. Bye.